.1150 KKNW E's way I see it, no other way. Y'all know what it is. You know the motto. If it's out there, let's talk about it. I'm your host, E-Dawg, alongside my lovely co-host.
Tari Free.
And we can't forget the DJ Hustleman in the building.
Yes, sir.
Today's an exciting day. We got a few things to talk about. A couple gentlemen to chop it up with. The first gentleman that's going to call in about 6:15 is my man Edward. What did we say? Eastside Eddie Kane. Is going to call in. We asked for a plan. Yeah. The man said he got a plan. He sent us a plan.
Has a plan.
Terry's going to pick his brain with his plan.
Yes.
And then we got my man all the way from Milwaukee. Special guest. We're going to be playing his song called Good Good, hot single. He's calling in today. His name is Troy Taylor. Yeah. He's an R&B artist, and I think he's going to be the next big thing. And when you hear the song, you should feel the same way.
All the way from Milwaukee.
But right now, we got a new one from Mac Money all the way from Tacoma, Washington, Hilltop, Tacoma.
When we get down, it's about to be a situation. When we ride, it's about to be a situation. Turn the party out, it's about to be a situation. Trap house or the block, it's about to be a situation.
Me and my G's, old school with young ones that go dumb, playing with those drums. If you wanna go there, but we rather be square and pop it with that thick one there with hair like Cher. Fresh with a new flip, boycott the stylist. I rock my own fit, skinny jeans don't fit. Got a little gold on, mix some with platinum. Living like a D-boy before I was rapping. Rolling down the block, it's a party, y'all. And we do it in the hood till the cops get called. Evergreen State got the bomb for y'all. We don't smoke that hammerhead, seeds are gone. And ain't nobody, baby, dying tonight. Cause the OG said it, dukes up and fight. FTP, rest in peace, GF. And everybody that died by the hands of the vest.
When we get down, it's about to be a situation. When we ride, it's about to be a situation. Turn the party out, it's about to be a situation. Trap house or the block, it's about to be a situation.
Today we about to get it in with barbecue and friends. Good trees, roll it up, pass it up here. Hennessy, groundwater, cold one, beer. Run Smiley ecstasy, makes it all cheer. Still got the thang in case they wanna bang. Old school, low rider, left side, pants hang. Skeet skirt the parking lot, old school, hit a switch. Pop a game at a chick, trying to get rich. CeeLo Blue still gotta keep the thang. Cause young brothers these days still like the gang bang. And I ain't going out like the Sprite for a young buck. Cause young bucks don't like to get they dang chin touch. Rather pull the strap out, blow all your naps out. Have your family crying at the funeral was black. It's like that black on black crime is a matter of fact now. It's alright to get them up, homeboy, put the strap down.
When we get down, it's about to be a situation. When we ride, it's about to be a situation. Turn the party out, it's about to be a situation. Trap house or the block, it's about to be a situation.
1150 KKNW E's way. I see it no other way. You didn't have the news ready, so we're going to go ahead and get into this this talking. He went to the microphones. He went to the mics. I'm saying.
I was about to hit the button, dog. I was about to hit the button. It was already right.
All right, we got to get our news in. So let's get our news in real quick, man. We got to get our news
Jumped on you.
Yeah. I'm just sitting thinking about this country's independence, how we rolled up on some shit, but we can hardly call that friendship, cause there's just so much to that story left to unpack, and so much land was taken and we've only given some back. That's on whack. I love this country, thankful for my freedom. We've got some independence, but so many people seek it. The rights ain't really equal, there's some good but too much evil. The past month is a review, I hope progress is a preview. There's so much to improve on, I hope people don't just move on and discount lives that matter like you got some silly coupons, cause you wrong. If it ain't about correcting major flaws, then it's falling on deaf ears while we trying to change these laws. So if you light a firework, then just remember higher worth. And love is always better, don't believe me, try it first, ayy.
All right, man, we got our news in.
I was on the button, man.
Anyway, we got an early call. He actually called at 6:07.
Okay.
And I'm excited about this interview, and I know T has been following people with the plan. Eddie, you on the line?
Yes, sir. I'm on the line, sir.
Oh man, how you doing today?
I'm great. It's an honor and a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you for having me.
So the question I got: are we gonna call you Eastside Eddie Kane?
Eddie Kane.
Oh, yeah. So I go by a couple of aliases. Eastside Eddie is my Twitter, and then DJ Eddie Kane is my DJ name.
All right. So we've been talking on this show. We've been talking about a plan. We've been talking about, Black Lives Matter and Chop. What was it before it was Chop?
Chaz.
And we were saying, where's the plan? Who has the plan? So we turn around, you hit me up, and you say, yo, I got the plan. You email the plan. Terry got the plan right now.
I'm reading it.
Let's talk about the plan.
Well, I got a 12-point plan, and the number one point on my plan is to create some type of three-strike law for law enforcement that goes after their pensions, because you'll never change the hearts of men.
Mm-hmm.
There's always going to be people out there with prejudice or racist. You can't change that. But if you go after their pockets, you can make them straighten up and fly right.
So I have a question about that. How do you propose that you will, because as you know, they have the, oh my gosh, why am I blanking now?
Police union?
Yes, thank you. How do you, so you'll negotiate through the police union in order to come up with a plan so that can be put into their contracts?
Yes, well, it wouldn't be necessarily a contract. It would be executive order by the mayor. The mayor
Which would have to be put in their contracts. In their contracts. This I know for a fact.
Yes, they have to agree on it. The union has to agree on it. We're going to propose it. We're talking to the Tacoma Police has two police unions, one for the sergeants and one for the lieutenants and lower down.
Yes, they do.
Ranks.
So does SPD.
And so we're going to be proposing that for them on Monday. I'm working in conjunction with Tacoma City Council and the Tacoma Police Advisory Board.
Right.
And so I'm working in conjunction with Steve Starberg. I don't want to mess up the last name, but yes, we are taking that into consideration to get trust back into the public, into the police department. If there's some type of check and balance system there, because we can't ask cops to police cops.
No, and no doubt, and it will obviously, if you do something like that, it's not going to happen overnight as far as negotiating, because I will tell you now, through the unions and such, both sides pick through it like a fine tooth comb, and it's all about negotiation, and they'll go years without a contract, as SPD has done, and and they're renegotiating now, So I just these are just typical questions that obviously, because also too, then you have to look at as a state, because this could be something that can happen. Really, it needs to happen throughout the country, right?
Correct.
What would be ideal is if the DOJ would be the umbrella, and the DOJ would go ahead and put some kind of base, so to speak, right, in play.
Well, you can
for
set
all
precedents, man. If you start at the small level,
Right.
start at the city level, then
Right.
working with the state, set precedents and say, oh, this model's working over here, so why don't we try it?
Right.
Every municipality is different.
But the thing is that as you negotiate, what is your timeline on this? What is your timeline for how in your mind, what do you think?
Years ago.
No. I'm thinking as you go into Tacoma, what are you thinking about? What is?
I'm trying to have something passed in the law by the end of this year.
Well, it won't be, but
Yeah, we need something
I'm just
in the
being
law by the end of this
realistic.
year.
I'm being realistic.
I got a question, man.
Yes.
Hey.
Oh, and roll your window up because we can't hear you.
Sorry, I'm almost home.
So, because obviously there's steps going through the legislature. You can go ahead and propose it, but it's got to, everything's got to be like to a T and then voted on, right?
Not necessarily.
No?
The mayors have executive orders that they can put in place that the unions can sign off on and compromise for right now until we get all of the language and details down and put it in a contract. We can do something right now to stop the protests, to get the trust back into the police, saying, yes, there's a system there or some type of executive order there that stops you from putting your knee on my neck.
And do you think
That's
that
what
all
we
the
need
police,
right now.
you think all the police force in Tacoma, it'll be a majority to agree with you?
I believe they want peace and they want to stop the protesting and they want to get something on the books. They have a whole anti-racial slogan that they're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not talking about just, you know, taking their whole salaries and stuff like that. I'm talking about 10% or 20% that go into felon reentry programs, you know, teaching kids how to purchase homes. You know, I'm talking about coming up with apps that they can play on their phones, you know, where they can learn how to buy a house, learn how to do taxes. You know, I got a vision for this whole country.
Mm-hmm. So I have a question for you.
Yeah.
And this is on, it sounds like you do a lot of community outreach. Do you?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It's interesting to me because I've worked with a lot of credit unions and things like that where they actually have gone out to and reached out to various communities, especially communities of color, and to give these free classes, and even to school age kids. They actually have,
Right.
you know, even Bank of America has a Money Matters program that is taught or
I
that
didn't
is.
even know about it.
Oh yeah, they've been doing it for years.
Yeah,
Doing it
nobody
for
knows
years.
about it. You
Oh
gotta
no,
get
they know about
to
it.
this generation, you got to get it on an app.
Well, the thing is that when you get it on an app, who's going to teach it? If there's nobody to teach it, but here's an app, kids, now go for it. What are you going to like? So, I mean, you keep talking about an app, but who's going to teach them and who's going to interest them in the app?
Right. So whoever sets up the app would obviously have experience in real estate and learn about escrow and debt to income ratio, you know, and stuff like that. And the app would show them, have a built-in calculator, be like, okay, this is how much you make, this is how much you owe. You can afford this many payments per month.
Right.
You can even make a game out of it. See
Okay.
which kids or whoever can buy the lowest interest rate house. or
Okay.
whatever.
So there are programs, as you know, already out there. In fact, my daughter has gone to a couple of classes. I know a couple people where
Right.
home ownership is available. I think I love your ideas, no doubt, but they're nothing new because I mean they're here. I mean they're available. But what I'm curious about is why do you think that when it's offered already, what makes why is the interest? How do we motivate people of color and the black community to really engage in them? Not just an app. You can tell me to download an app and it'll sit on my phone. But
Right. You're absolutely
but
right.
the thing is that you keep saying there's an app. That I get that. But the thing is that unless I'm one of those people, yeah, I got about 10 apps that there's an app for everything. But
You're
what
absolutely
about
right.
what about
I'm sorry, I
those
didn't
people
get your
who
name.
don't have the ability to get an app because they don't have a phone, they don't have internet, they can't afford any of that.
Yes, ma'am. So
How
that's
are you
just only
going to
part
do
of
that?
That's only part of the plan. So another part of the plan is judges have to hand out fair time for the same crime. A lot of the judging and sentencing that goes on in Washington State is a disparity in racial color. And
Right.
so that part would change. That's part of my plan. Another part is to get commerce. I got a gentleman right now in Lakewood who's waiting on a zoning permit so that he can expand his business. He got the credit, he got the money, but he's waiting on permits. That's part of black commerce that holds us back because we're waiting on permits while 5 teriyaki joints open up.
So don't you think that, I mean, tweaking some of these, I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, applications. Already there's laws in place where you can't discriminate, right? What if, like
Right.
even with jobs and careers, when they ask, you know, what gender or, are you male, female? What if you just erased all of that, asking about your race, your gender,
totally
any of that,
agree.
and just made it?
I agree.
Wouldn't that be a better way to go ahead and make it more mutual or more, even across the board. If you didn't know who was truly applying and you only went on the merit of their credit and their income without even knowing, and then before even meeting with them or whatever, and if they passed all the everything else, then they walked in and to sign, then already you're not even worrying. You know that it's based solely on what it's based on, which is what you need it to be based on.
That's back to being realistic. Now, if somebody's going to loan you more than $1,000, they're going to want to see you in person. And once they see you in person, if they don't like the way you're looking, they're going to deny the application. Mm-hmm. Now, that would be nice if people just went off merit and didn't go off color or race and all that. But if someone's loaning you more than $1,000, they're going to want to see you in person.
So have you heard of redlining?
Yes, I have.
Okay. Because already, that changed a couple of years ago, I think, when the housing market fell, 10 years ago, and there was a lot of homes that were bought in real estate, and then they lost it all because they couldn't afford it, right?
Right.
So the mortgage industry and banking changed laws, and they made it so mortgage loan originators had to go through tests and everything like that. And the part of that was there's certain laws in place for urban communities and economically struggling communities, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So I guess for me, my question is, you do, many times, like you said, there's an application. You can apply online, but if you had an app where you're applying for a credit card, and again, I'm going back to let's leave gender, let's leave race, let's leave all that out of there. If I want a credit card for $15,000 and there's an app for it because you can do that, that's kind of, you're saying that, no, if someone's going to loan you $15,000, they want to see you in person. But there's an application to get a credit card.
You're most certainly right. There probably is.
There is. I can go to Capital One right now.
I don't want you to feel like she's attacking you.
No, I'm asking questions.
No,
yeah, okay.
She has valid questions. No, she has valid questions.
Yeah.
Right.
So we all on the same page.
On all of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, because I do. I was reading through it. I keep reading through it, and I'm like, okay, I see where he's coming from, but it's
not
right. Right.
It's adjustable, but at least it lays a blueprint of how we can move forward.
Right.
There's a lot of zoning districts in Georgetown.
Yes.
And then there's a lot of warehouse districts down here in Pierce County. They're just sitting vacant that we could be using to open up shipping routes and trucking companies. There's already black women that own trucking companies in Atlanta.
Right.
And we got an black enterprise app, so wherever state you go in, you can just pull up and see what all black businesses are in the whole state.
So
yeah,
so another point 5 was allow people of color to obtain licensing from the Liquor and Cannabis Board to open. So, are you telling me? And I haven't done any research, so this is why I'm asking. So you're telling me that to apply for anything like from the Liquor and Cannabis Board, does it ask you to state your ethnicity?
Yes, that's on the application.
Okay, and again, because it sounds like,
and on the East Coast, there's only 2 brothers that own a weed dispensary.
Okay,
or own a marijuana dispensary, and that's on the whole Eastern Coast seaboard.
So,
only 2 brothers there in Boston.
So it's not that people of color can't apply, because they can.
It's the people of color, their applications they just are stalling and not going through.
Okay. Have you researched as to, is it because you actually know it's because that they are people of color?
I know personally 3 people of color who tried to open dispensaries and have met pitfalls. So
pitfalls such as
all people of color, but I know 3 black people that have applied with Washington State and hit pitfalls.
But what do you mean by pitfalls? Give me pitfalls as far as what was the reason for the denial?
Applications denied on technicalities. I don't have the specifics right in front of me right now.
Okay.
But it is a form of discrimination when you see them popping up all over the place, owned by people that are Caucasian.
Yeah. Well, the reason I ask is that it would be interesting for me. It's interesting for me to have that information because if it is something discriminatory, then you go to the higher level and you say this is you start a lawsuit and a discrimination lawsuit and say this is why I feel I'm being discriminated against. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. Right now, our main focus is to stop police from killing black folks.
Yeah.
I have another document that you haven't seen called Bailey's Laws and Rules of Engagement, so that you can meet the level of threat. You beat the level of threat that you meet. If you see a gun, you be a gun. If you see a knife, you be a taser.
Right.
Common sense.
Well, you know that, and you know, we'll just kind of wrap it up here, but you know that already with the DOJ here with SPD for the last 10 years, they have made some changes and they've continued to make changes. They, especially now with Carmen Best.
You're absolutely right.
You know, and I think what's unfortunate.
50%.
Yeah, and I think that
go?
I think they already have they have 3 different OPA boards that have community leaders on it that they go through and things like that. And I think that they have a ton of eyes and they're community leaders. So I think that I like your blueprint and the way it's working. But yeah, there's definitely you guys will be, you know, tweaking it here and there and stuff. But I also think that you do have to give some credit where credit is due. Is that there are certain things that certain community leaders and with the police and things like that, they've made certain changes. So I think that, you know, you kind of have to give some credit where credit is due. I mean, and I like your 12-point here, but yeah, it was interesting.
Hey, I appreciate it. We asked for a plan. You came with a plan. That's important. Hey man, we're gonna have to tie it up.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for having me. It was an honor.
I really wanted you to call in, and
it was an honor to talk to you.
That's Terry Free, man.
Yeah,
Terry Free from Tuesday. Oh, okay, I remember. Okay.
Yeah, that me.
She was grilling you.
She wasn't grilling you, man. But hey, Eddie, man, I appreciate you calling in. You did a little early, so we have to get off the phone real quick and get some music in and some media stuff going on. But hey, man, I appreciate you. You had a plan.
Thank you.
Reach out to me anytime. You got my Instagram. Reach out anytime.
No doubt, man. All right.
Take care.
All right.
Have a good weekend, y'all.
Yeah.
King Lee.
1150 KKNW East way I see it no other way, man. Brother got a plan. We asked, you know, people marching, people in the streets, they doing their thing. But do you have a plan? That's what we asked. Do you have a plan? Because you can't have a foundation without a plan. You can march all day. You'll just be losing weight. my thing was, do you have a plan? Cinnamon Rosa, she had said something that was, she said those licenses, let me say what she said. Those licenses are about money, not race.
Yeah, see those licenses, you got to spend about $200,000-$300,000 just to even get one, to even get in a position.
It takes a lot of
so
yeah. See, and I don't know
that
about
knocks out the average black man or regular working class person who want to open up a marijuana shop.
Okay.
So it's about money.
Okay.
So if it still breaks down to a little bit of systemic racism,
right,
you know,
okay,
classism.
That's interesting.
Classism.
Okay. That's why I asked.
You know,
I didn't know, and that's why
like
it was
when how Uncle Ike's put that marijuana shop in the CD, and a lot of people that went to jail from over there for selling marijuana over there. And then they get the rights to put a boom right there on the side of a church.
Right.
You know, that's right there. He had a lot of money.
Right.
Shout out to Shy.
Gotcha.
She listening in right now. That's her artist. Well, she's part of that whole union that's pushing the Troy Tyler movement. And I can't wait till you hear the song. I really can't. I like the song. And it was crazy how it developed because my boy Reggie hit me. Shouts out to Reggie. And he said, you know, people say, I know an artist and they got hits or, you know, he didn't put too much on it, but he told me about an artist. And usually I go, yeah, all right, just email it.
Yeah.
And I try not to get personal with it because I don't want to attach myself something to it. Then when it get there, it's not as good as they said it was. And then you got to tell somebody no, then they hate you or they say something bad about you.
You don't support me.
Yeah.
You pumping him up. You pumping him up pretty hard.
Hey, matter of fact, I say we play the song now, and then we interview him.
The Troy Taylor song.
Right? And then we play it again just because I think it's a hit.
Wow.
I really think the song's a hit. I think his voice, he has that big voice.
Okay.
You know when you got that it factor. And yeah, man, so let's check it out. It's called Good Good. It's Troy Taylor right here on Easeway Radio.
It's like an addict, the way I only had it once and I want some more. Thinking that it's kinda crazy, I'm calling your baby, banging on your door. Like, what we gon' do tonight? Girl, what's the move tonight? If you out with your girls, can I pick you up and can you come through tonight? I promise I'm not usually like this, but you done hit a nerve with some good. And I just gotta have it again. I want it to have me spazzing again. Cause I love when you pick it up, then drop it down, then pick it back up, and turn it around. And throw back on me. You got me so home. I want you for breakfast in the morning. Cause girl, you got that good, good, nah. Girl, you got that good, good, nah. Girl, you got that good, good. Let's get it understood. If you come over, ain't no sleeping tonight. You got that good, good, nah, nah, yeah. Good, good, nah, good, nah, 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 yeah. Girl, you got that good, you got that good. Come and put it on me. You got that good. Girl, you got that good, you got that good. Come and put it on me, me. I feel like Tony the Tiger. Everything you give me, girl, is great. Everything, yeah. I just wanna open up your legs and stretch you out over my whole plate, yeah. Pop it and lock it and drop it on me like you're supposed to do. I don't give a damn about them niggas who might want you to. Sorry, they gon' have to wait. Give it to me under delay. I want you all over my face. I just wanna see you pick it up, then drop it down, then pick it back up, and turn it around. And throw it back on me. You got me so home. I want you for breakfast in the morning. Cause girl, you got that good, good, nah. Girl, you got that good, good, nah. Girl, you got that good, good. Let's get it understood. If you come over, ain't no sleeping tonight. You got that good, good, nah, nah. Good, good, nah. Good, nah, 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 nah. Yeah. Girl, you got that good, you got that good. Come and put it on me. Girl, you got that good, you got that good. Come and put it on me, me. You got that good, good. Come and put it on me. You got that good, good. Nah. You got that good, good. Come and put it on me. You got that good, good. You know you got that.
Woo! I like that.
Easeway Radio in the building.
Oh, that was nice.
I think we getting a preview of something that's going to be really big.
Yeah.
I'm serious. He kind of reminds me of the what's my guy's name?
Sound like Trey Songz.
Yeah, Trey
That's all.
Songz.
It's got the Trey Songz
Yeah.
vibe.
Yep.
Right. But I mean, the writing is incredible. His harmonies. I mean, that's how you make a song. It made me feel good. I ain't the woman, but it made me feel good. All right.
I
Real
like
talk.
that.
Theo likes it. I'll give Theo #1 ears when it comes to R&B, Mr. Network.
Over there jamming extra
Right.
hard over there, man.
Hey,
You got that good, good.
Got
You
that
like
good,
that,
man.
huh?
Everybody's giving it fire.
Yeah, I
you
liked
know,
that.
It's a great song, man. So we're gonna be chopping it up as soon as he call in. And is he in? Okay. Well, we're waiting on the phone call from Mr. Tyler right now, Mr. Troy, and we're gonna talk to him about things he's been doing. Where is it going? Right? Yeah. He's trying to touch the West Coast. He's trying to tap into the regions now and stuff like that. So, and the music business is a little different now.
Oh, it is.
This is the guy from Milwaukee, right?
He's from Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I heard he's doing real good in Chicago, as far as shows and things like that.
So he's slowly building the vibe, trying to come this way.
He's slowly building the vibe.
pretty good following. You said
That's
in
what I
Milwaukee.
want to ask him because I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really schedule this interview with a big window because I like the song so much. I wanted to play it today. I was like, I want to play the song today, and I was just like, man, I want to play it today. I think that we on something that's historic. That's going to be that type of Trey Songz take off, and we can always say, man, we played him on Easeway earlier in his career.
Tell him to send us more music.
Send us more music for real.
Did he just did he stumble upon us?
So my boy Reggie, from my understanding, met a family through a situation in Tacoma, and he hooked up with his. I don't even know what title to give her, but let's just hypothetically say kind of managing, helping, promote him or whatever,
Okay.
and
right.
he told her about me, and then I got the song, and then because like I said, I didn't want to go into too many depths of it because it might have been something that wasn't good. But it was good.
You're like, yeah, I guess I'll put it
for the
out.
ladies.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. Oh,
ladies.
stop.
And
Some brother's gonna go ahead and go, hey, I got a song for you, baby.
Yeah, and Shig
You
Says
know.
Radio, he's on here. Hopefully he get the song played on his platform. Network has a platform now that's online show. That's incredible. Shy, make sure you get with these guys. Theo Hall and what's Shig's name on here? Oh, you already Anthony L. Shaw, man. Get with him. He's good for the outlet. Trust me. And I mean, this is what it's about, man. Trying to get artists in position. I got this little thing I'm trying to do right now called Bring the Industry Back.
What's that about?
Yes.
And it's cool
Tell me.
because I put a page together and I'm promoting the page for free. Like I'm sponsoring if I like it, I'm going to put it on the page and sponsor it. So I'm going to promote it through Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Out my pocket for 2-3 days and see if I can get. And I don't want nothing. It ain't about that.
Right.
It's about getting back to the basics of helping artists, get radio play, get shows. They got this thing, and I don't want to knock nobody's hustle, but they got this thing now where they making kids sign up, sell tickets to get on a show.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't believe you find organic people or good talent like that because anybody can sell tickets.
Sure.
But then not have the talent to be on that big stage.
Talking about those talent shows that's on TV?
No, it's what they're doing in the local community now. Instead of you coming to actually try to get one promoter to kind of give you a gig, he's trying to give 20 people that position that don't belong there. How about that?
So we had talked about early on, I can't remember when, but we had talked about, actually doing kind of when COVID was really hitting hard and all the DJs were doing their own little DJ at home, right? And doing their live on either IG.
Yeah.
Remember we had that conversation about doing a battle?
I want to do that.
I do too.
I want to do a beat battle. I mean, we got to have times. We only got, 5 days to set it up, 4 days to set it up, really.
Right.
Or we can schedule it out for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's what I was
Right.
going
You
to say.
want to do it over the phone while they calling in? Or we
well,
play
I
them?
mean, that's just the thing. Yeah, we get the beats.
get the
they
beat.
give us the file,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And then we shout who they are and whatever, get them on the phone, and then we play their beats, and then we play the other person's beat. And I think it'll be cool.
yeah.
But we got to give them something,
Because
though.
then, I mean, we obviously have the ability, people can either call or vote via IG
where
or
your artist at?
Facebook Live. We could do it that way.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about that when you were talking about your new venture. And I'm like, whatever happened to our little beat battle?
know,
I
we
think
gonna
that
do
would
it.
be, yeah.
Terry got to be responsible for making it happen. Then. So
No, I'm
so we all
not.
got to collectively make this happen.
changing
All
my
right.
music
So
tag.
just like we talked, just like we've been
getting
talking
there.
about, the man is on the phone himself.
What we got?
Who else is it?
Troy.
We got him, Troy. What's up, man?
What's up? What's up? How y'all doing?
Wow.
Hey, man. First, let me give you your flowers, man, while you're alive. All
I
right.
appreciate that.
And then you can take the flowers and give them to all them girls that's gonna pass out in the front row at your show.
He's the new Keith Sweat of the generation. The baby making music guy.
Hey, man, I love it. I love it, bro. And it's
Thanks.
man, it's what they want today too.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely. They need something different.
It's what they want, man. So my DJ got a question. He was talking about your following in your region in Chicago and things like that. Are you getting pretty popular out there right now?
A little bit. I still feel like I'm not getting the recognition I feel like I need. I feel like I deserve. I've been working hard for a minute, so it's getting there. I feel like everybody kind of feel more love in different cities, more than my own city. I feel like that's kind of like the story for almost every artist is that until they kind of make it to a status where people really can't deny them.
Yeah,
they're kind of out there all the time.
Yep.
Then the city shows them love. So I'm kind of starting to. Kind of feeling that, trying to kind of fall into that kind of wave. But I mean, a lot of people do show me love. So the ones that do, thank you. But I feel like I can still be a little bit more. But I'm not complaining. It'll come.
What's the vibe out there? Like, I mean, as an artist, you said you've been working hard for a minute. What, like here in the Pacific Northwest, especially in the Seattle area, we already know, there's an eclectic group of music genres out here. And for the most part, the community is pretty supportive of local musicians and artists for the most part. Is it the same in Milwaukee where you're from? Is the music scene a little bit, are they more fickle? Are they more genre specific?
Definitely more genre specific.
Okay.
There's kind of like a cult following for a specific genre of kind of like drill music that we create here. It kind of puts you in the feel of a Detroit sound. As people say, we stole it from Detroit, but that's kind of what people are really listening to the most. They kind of get the most love,
right?
The most views, the most plays and stuff like that.
Right.
But I will say that there is like a specific core group of people who are kind of always together that make music, and we all support each other. Like I've done a few shows out here, and it's usually the same group of people because we kind of all bring in the same kind of crowd. So all of us together, we definitely support each other, try to push and try to make sure everybody's kind of featuring other people's tracks, helping each other out, trying to get some exposure. But there is definitely a want for a specific sound in Milwaukee that sadly I don't fall into, but like I said, sooner or later it'll come. So
right.
I'm just riding the wave that I have until I can't anymore.
Hey, what's up, man? This DJ Hustleman, man. Look, is that
what's up, man? How you doing?
I'm good, man. That's your first album or your single? What is that we played? So you got a lot more music, right?
Yeah, I have a lot more music. I actually have I have an EP out already, and I have 2 albums out that are actually on Apple Music and Spotify.
Oh, okay.
This is the first single of kind of my new wave of music, I like to say. I feel like I've grown since yesterday, to be honest with you, but specifically since my last couple albums, a couple projects, I feel like I've grown as far as my writing, my voice, and just my sound. So this is really the first single from that new collection of different music that I've been creating recently.
You need to keep sending us more, man.
Yeah, you know what I like? Listening to your voice right now, I can hear it. I can hear what I heard.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Versus a lot of people. A lot of people use auto-tune so much now.
You can hear him.
And when you talk to him, I'm just like you talking to a whole different person. That's how I know it's natural for you. Like, did this come from is your family talented like this? Do they sing? Is your dad or?
Yes, I was just about to say that. So one thing that my dad always preached to me when I was kind of first getting started making music is he was saying that you always want to sound like the record they heard on Apple Music or wherever they streamed it from.
Right.
I think that's lost. A lot of people don't sound like the record. So,
especially because when you go live, everybody's like going, wait a minute. You didn't, that's too produced. Yeah. But
exactly.
What motivated you for that? I mean, like, is it just that kind of vibe that you like, or is there, usually people write for a certain reason or, life experience or, you just want to.
Yeah, so that song specifically, it's just a vibe. But my writing process is I play a bunch of instrumentals and I'll freestyle. And then whenever I feel like I found something that I kind of like and I want to build off of, just build off of it. And that's exactly what happened with this record here. I was actually in a relationship at the time, and this song ended the relationship. Because we were kind of, so she was more religious, And I at the time, I really wasn't that religious, so we were kind of at differences as far as that aspect. So then, as you know, religion, like secular music, you know, you kind of got to pick and choose what you listen to. Or, you know, depending on the person. And this song's a little bit too far left field from what she feels like she needs to listen to, and she feels like people, whoever she's with, should be making music like. So
interesting.
That sounds like
actually, when that happened, I told my DJ, he was like, "Man, that's a hit."
Yeah.
yeah.
He's like, "Man, if we
That
get
is.
relationships, that's a hit.
That's
like,
a hit, man.
You got
It is.
one, man." So,
Yeah. That's it, man.
We need to be putting that on our Facebook pages and such.
Hey, well,
Yeah.
let's let the world hear you, hear your voice, man. Give us a little acapella, man.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
By the way, our Facebook Live people
Yeah.
can't hear
Yeah.
us, and that's unfortunate because see, that's what we need to do. I'm gonna have.
You never know who listening, though.
Yeah, you never know,
Exactly.
but yeah, I want to hear some acapella.
Oh no.
Okay.
stop.
One of my records or another record?
Yes, it don't matter,
It
man.
don't matter.
Let's
Just
hear
don't
you live.
curse.
Hey,
Keep
yo,
it
just don't
clean.
cuss though. Give us a few
I
bars.
got you. Okay, check it out, man. Love. There's so many things I've got to tell you, but I'm afraid I don't know how. 'Cause there's a possibility that you'll look at me differently, love.
Oh wow.
Ever since the first moment I spoke your name, from then on I knew that by you being in my life, things were destined to change. 'Cause love.
Oh boy.
Yeah, that boy
Wow.
got it. Hey,
All right.
hey, man.
Wow.
All right. All right.
Don't hurt him, dog. Don't hurt him.
See, I'm telling you, he's the new generation of baby making music.
Oh, the new
Seriously.
generation. New babies, the
New
2020s.
babies. Yeah.
You proved it right there,
The
man. You can
COVID
sing.
baby making music.
So the boy can sing. The boy
Yeah,
can sing.
he's sang.
The boy can
You know
sing.
what? I'm going to tell the Facebook Live folks, y'all missed out on that one.
Yeah,
So
the
we
boy
need
can
to
sing.
post that up on our Facebook page.
Yeah, we do.
We really do.
We repost the show.
Yes.
So usually, if my boy get to it quick, it'll be tonight, and then hopefully you can share it with your audience or whatever. Hey man, don't get big on us. You know what I mean? When you get big, we still gonna ask for interview. Don't say,
Yeah.
"Oh, you gotta talk to my people,
Right.
to my people's
Yeah.
people."
Hey, man, that's fine. Hey,
Right.
I won't do it. That's honestly one thing I've always felt was huge, was that everybody I work with I have a relationship with outside of music.
Yeah.
So like my DJ's like my best friend, my engineer's my best friend, my manager's my best friend.
Works better
We
like
talk on a
that.
regular, not just about music, but just about life in general. Because to us, mental health is strong. It's really important. So we got to make sure
Especially
everybody's
now.
okay. Exactly. And then when everybody's okay and we all feeling good, we all move like one big oil machine.
Right.
Yeah. So the
Everything
song was
keeps
so
trucking.
nice, we're going to play it twice, man. We're going to let you introduce it to the people. We're going to play it again. We had to spoil it and play it ahead of time because I liked it and I wanted them to hear it, you know, before we played it. Well, go ahead, man, and introduce your record again.
Okay, well, I am Troy Tyler, and you are listening to E-Waves Radio with E-Dawg, Tari Free, and DJ Hustleman playing my new single, Good Good.
Hey, man, appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
That was really
Thank
good.
you guys a lot for listening.
No doubt.
You guys need to listen to this guy's song. Oh my God, he's good.
I feel like an addict the way I only had it once and I want some more. Thinking that it's kinda crazy, I'm calling your baby, banging on your door. Like, what we gon' do tonight? Girl, what's the move tonight? If you out with your girls, can I pick you up and can you come through tonight? I promise I'm not usually like this, but you done hit a nerve with some good. And I just gotta have it again. I want it to have me spazzing again. Cause I love when you pick it up, then drop it down, then pick it back up, and turn it around, and throw it back on me. You got me so home. I want you for breakfast in the morning. Cause girl, you got that good, good, na-na. Girl, you got that good, good, na-na. Girl, you got that good, good. Let's get it understood. If you come over, ain't no sleeping tonight. You got that good, good, nah, nah, yeah, good, good, nah. got that good, 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 good. Come and put it on me. I feel like Tony the Tiger. Everything you give me, girl, is cool. Great. Everything, yeah. I just wanna open up your legs and stretch you out over my whole plate. Yeah. Pop it and lock it and drop it on me like you're supposed to do. I don't give a damn about them niggas who might want you to. Sorry, they gon' have to wait. Give it to me under leg. I want you all over my face. I just wanna see you pick it up. Then drop it down. Then pick it back up. And turn it around. And throw it back on me. You got me so home. I want you for breakfast in the morning. Cause girl, you got that good, good, nah. Girl, you got that good, good, nah. Girl, you got that good, good. Let's get it understood. If you come over, ain't no sleeping tonight. You got that good, good, nah. Good, good, nah. Good, nah. Yeah. Girl, you got that good, good, good. Come and put it on me. Girl, you got that good, good, good. Come and put it on me. You got that good, good. Come and put it on me. You got that good, good.
You got that
That
good.
beat.
Nah.
I know that's how you do it.
Dropping that
I
dog
can't be
on
looking at no dudes saying, you got that good.
Yeah, don't say it.
Hey, that's the joint. That's
Sounds
the
really
joint.
good in the
Troy Taylor, man, all the way from
Troy
Milwaukee, man.
Taylor. Hey, you guys, on my live, Troy Taylor. Troy Taylor.
All
Roy.
right, man. Give us some hand
Roy,
claps for that
good
one.
job.
Real talk.
I really liked him.
I like that, man.
Yeah.
I like that new Mac Money, too. I don't want to forget that we did play that Mac Money in the opening.
Oh, yes. Yes.
I like the verbiage he was doing, how he was, coming with different styles. And
We'll go out with it. I play before
we'll
we
go out with the
again.
Mac
Yeah,
Money,
we'll go out
okay,
with the
so
Mac
people
Money.
can remember.
So we're gonna can we touch on this Will Smith and
Jada.
Oh, yeah,
Pinkett?
go ahead.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? These
I want to
robots-
hear you two talk about it because I love Red Table
Well,
Talk.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you
I
the
mean-
truth. I don't know how real that is. Like, you really think that he didn't hear from his wife till the round table? I don't believe that. Because
don't
when the
believe
rumors
that.
popped off, right? When the dude did the interview, you had to rush in. Pop, babe, what's up with this?
Right.
You told me you was just babysitting them.
Nah, they too rich though, man. See, over the years with Will Smith,
They talk like they ain't seen each
they
other.
always act like they always it was this thing going on. They're saying they had an open relationship.
Yes.
So none of this stuff was off the table for them. That's why Will's sitting up there in the interview like, it's nothing. It's just something weird about them, man. August Alsina should have kept his mouth shut, if anything.
So what was his purpose? What
His
was
feelings hurt?
because he has a thing for Jada
pretty sure.
and she's so much older and how dare you do
She
that?
left him alone. She stopped messing with him.
No, she said that he stopped calling.
Well,
But this is the thing, though. The thing is, Will Smith looked very hurt. People play that game until
He's
the
an
table's
actor.
He's
tipped.
an actor. How you
He's
know
an
he
actor.
wasn't looking that
Listen,
way for a movie?
what I mean by that is he was a rapper first. Come on now. He's a human.
Well.
He's a
That
human
man is
being.
an
Let's not
actor.
give him. Let's not make him the character.
That man is an actor.
Right. But this is my point. I'm saying though, it's all fun and games until it actually hit
Happens
home
to
when you
you.
don't know. See, it's a difference. They might have been swingers, but then she swung outside of the relationship.
that's not-
But then the dude's feelings were involved.
Yeah.
And then she really liked him too, from what she's saying.
Liked
Well,
him.
this what happened.
Liked
This what
him.
it was. He
Liked him.
Will Smith told his wife at that time they was about to. He said, "I don't like you no more. We really, he told her to go find herself, and he was gonna go find himself. And then if they come back, they come back. Now, whatever somebody do when you split up on that, that's what you do. What I mean,
Eddie Kane said.
it's whatever. I don't know.
Eddie Kane said she was mentoring him. She sure was.
She got him back to life.
She sure did.
His legs didn't work at first.
I never listened to dude's music, so I
He
don't
got
even.
some cuts, man.
Right? I don't
Yeah.
even listen.
It sound like that.
Who,
What we
August?
just played.
It
August
don't
sounds-
sound
Really?
like it's.
Yeah.
Oh, it got the vibe.
Yeah, August
Okay.
does,
Oh, I
man.
didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
I
no,
did
no.
not
I
know
did
that. I
hear
did not know
one
that.
joint.
No,
I'm just
August
saying I don't
Alsina
follow him.
got some.
He's got some.
Yeah.
He's got some.
You know
cuts.
what? I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to get off live
Yeah.
because we finally got the Jay Ski song, and he just hit me with it, and I need to get it to you because it's a cut. So y'all, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to get off live early. Thanks for tuning in on the live, but
But anyway, I don't think Will Smith was hurt. I think it's an act.
Okay, so some people, because they're both actors, right? And Hollywood, we all know Hollywood. It's very hard to keep a secret in Hollywood. It's very. I mean, let's be realistic. Yeah. It's hard to keep a secret. Period. You know, that's a lot of. For her, that's a lot of covering up to do, and women are a little bit better at it than men. But the thing is, too, is that if he got hurt, like he believes he got hurt, his ego got hurt. Not, you know what I'm saying? His man ego got hurt, because you can't tell me that Will Smith has never been out in the streets outside of him and Jada.
So that's the thing. I'm pretty sure Will Smith did some stuff, but she got to come to the and say what she got to because she got caught. He didn't get caught.
Well, so we don't know that. We don't know that. We don't know that he's never been caught because I'm talking
about now as far as the world.
Well, but
we never seen Will Smith got caught for some infidelity.
But then again, he's made a lot of money, so you can pay people to shut up.
But August Alsina and what's her name?
Jada
was always together in pictures. They wasn't hiding nothing.
Okay, so then why?
He was with pictures with the kids. He was
then again, I guess again that's the ego, because again society is all about. They're more accepting, and y'all fellas know this. You're far more accepting of your running around, your infidelity, you having a bench of women, whatever the case may be. And plenty of, I mean, the only times you guys get ranked on is like if you're not taking care of all your baby kids, right? That's the only time. But you can go ahead and have 10 different baby mama. That's okay. As long as you take care of them 10 different.
That is not the same thing. We talking about a middle-aged woman.
Let me finish. Who this boy
Hustleman,
was sick. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
I'm talking about society here, the acceptance and the roles, the gender roles. Women, we have just as much right to go out there and do whatever we need to do to satisfy us that you men do. But yet society looks down on women who have that power or that empowerment of themselves to say, yeah, I got I like to be satisfied, whatever the case may be. All of a sudden, we're condemned. And you can't tell me that. Y'all, society, men look down at, oh, you have what? How come you got so many baby daddy? And blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if everything was to be all the same, then we would have the same gender.
No, that's not true.
I understand what you're saying. Listen.
Why can't I not have a...
What you mean? You had to get your party too? You want to be able to get your party too?
Why not?
Well, if that's what your man is doing to you, then yeah. But don't be mad just because you think he's doing that, then you go do that.
No. What I'm saying is... No, that's not true. But the thing is that men go ahead and do all their creeping, right? Well, let me go do my... listen. Let me go do my creeping, right? Y'all get caught in this, oh, baby. But, and women are supposed to forgive that, and many women, we forgive, we forget, we'll be your ride or die, whatever the case may be. But, the next thing you know, you let a woman do that to a man, and y'all just, how dare you do that to me? Oh, my God. Come on, now.
Because you could always sharpen a stick, it ain't going to get shorter. But you keep digging the hole, it's going to get deeper.
Anyway, while they having domestic violence disputes, we going to get into this Jay Ski song called Mama.
Because you know I'm right.
We were supposed to play this song during Mother's Day. We were supposed to play this during Mother's Day, and we missed out on it because I couldn't download the file. But anyway, we going to go out with Mama by Jay Ski. Yeah. And, hey, every Friday, 6 to 7, tune in, Easeway Radio, E-Dawg, Tari Free, and DJ Hustleman.
Women got to get their groove on, too.
Mama is an activist. Mama is a teacher. Mama is a politician. Mama is a preacher. Mama got that real love. Mama is a real one. Mama had a cat in the back, a chameleon. Hello, world, everybody love Mama. Mama is the backbone, female Obama. Drama hit the block, Mama was the best. Step out in her rollers and put it to rest. When I cut school, Mama wasn't a fool. Standing on the bus stop smoking cools. Put me in my place like she was my dad. Break a young'un down, then build him back. Sat me on the porch just to lay the law.
respect the women, make a decent living. Put your faith in God, boy, and quit the sinning. Daddy made it rain, mama laced the game. Seek a better life, skip the ghetto fame. Like your mama and like your granny, these Wonder Women raising whole damn families.
Shout out to my mama, cause she raised me. Put her with her on the daily. Even though I drove her crazy, I'ma always be my mama's baby. Shout out to my mama, cause she raised me. All that praying on her knees saved me. Even though I drove her crazy, she gon' always be my favorite lady.
Back up, boy, we paying homage to the ladies. Not only Mother's Day, we do it daily. Mama the first to say your don't stink. Grease your scalp and wash your hair in the sink. Skirting to school when you get sent home. Break a teacher off just to prove them wrong. Put you in the car when you think you wrong. Break a damn switch, lumping up your dome. That's my mama, ain't taking no man, my mama ain't scared of no. Under the street lights, mama make a young boy fight. Childhood remedies raised me right. My mama, I miss your smile. See your pretty face when I kiss my child. Reminiscing how you made me laugh. Ladies of the world keep paving the path.